Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. As you can see, I'm out in my garden. It's nice and warm, nice warm sunny day. Bit windy, hope you can hear me okay. But nice beautiful flowers and things. And it's kind of inspired me to do a video, semi-philosophical video, just basically discussing nature and the earth and animals and religion as well. Now, as you probably know from my channel, and especially if you know me in real life, I have a great interest in animals, in nature, in the earth, in zoology, biology, and the history of earth as well. You know, prehistory, paleontology. I even study animal management and ecology currently at college, which is very fun and exciting. Get to learn all about the animals and get to work with a few as well, which is very enjoyable. But it just brings me to I kind of feel like, not like I'm a representative of nature or anything, but I do feel I have adequate knowledge and experience to discuss it. No, I've always loved it. I've loved it ever since I was a kid. I've been fascinated by animals and dinosaurs. I've read loads of books on it. I've watched YouTube videos. I've done tons of research about it. And I go out and see animals all the time. Bear and Mia in the summer. I went up to Scotland, see the beautiful wildlife landscapes they have there, in the lovely forests and the lakes and the highlands. And I really do, one day when I'm older, I want to travel the world and see all of its beauty, I suppose, particularly to area with lots of wildlife and diversity, like Costa Rica, South Africa, Australia, even New Zealand, maybe even Madagascar and places. There are many amazing places. Oh yeah, and Canada to see moose. But yeah, I have deep knowledge and interest on it. Possibly it's the topic I have the most knowledge on. I would say it's definitely one of the main things I'm passionate about by far, is like nature and animals and the environment. You can hear the lovely refreshing wind blowing. Obviously, along with my storytelling, comic creating and self-expression and youth work and all the other things you've seen on my channel, as my top 3 kind of passions, interests, hobbies, things I want to get into and explore and help with, would definitely be animals, like helping animals, you know, like animal rescue, wildlife conservation, RSPCA, helping injured or abused animals. My other thing would be my artwork, publishing my comics. Then third thing would be young inspectors and the youth work. If you gave me, say, like a maths test, I would not do very well on it. I'd probably get like, I don't know, 40% marks or something. But if you gave me a test on animals, wildlife, I will get pretty much 100% marks. Like, you can ask me questions, you can ask knowledge, you can do quizzes and things, and I would, in some way, shape or form, probably be able to give some sort of answer for each question. Like, I can't tell you off the top of my head what 21 times 7 is, but I can tell you about pretty much every animal that has ever existed on this planet today and in the past. So that really shows. And the points I want to make are particularly about the environment, about the earth. As you know, these times have not been looking particularly good for our poor old earth, with all the pollution and rubbish and dirty technology and environmental just garbage that's going on. And these just greedy and incompetent companies and governments that they don't care if it kills the earth. They don't care if they doom the next generation. They just want as much money as possible, basically. Before it's turned into a rant about them, I really just want to express to you the positive impact that, like, nature and the earth has had on me and can have on other people as well. Through my, not this, go more personal thing first and then physiologically. Through my whole life, it's brought me passion, it's brought me joy, it's brought me interest, it's brought me excitement, it's gave me drive and motivation and, like, willingness to help and do things and explore things and just go out there and explore the world, research it, just explore as much as this amazing planet while I can in my short time here. And then literally just being out in nature, being out in the garden right now, feeling the sun on your face, feeling the blades of grass in between your toes, even doing gardening work, feeling the soil in between your fingers and toes, or just simply taking Moosey out or going on my own walk through the woods, the nice ambience of the birds, or running on the field, or just having the wind against my face. And when I was up in Scotland, I can't explain to you the peacefulness. There was just a sense of peacefulness, and it felt almost divine, felt almost heavenly. It looked so beautiful and so peaceful, and it really, little wasp there, it really, just calmed down my mind and have me in awe, and it kind of made me realise how amazing and unique this planet is, and all of its unique life forms. Like, me and my friend were trying to look for the offspring, and it just kind of hit me, like the wind is hitting me right now. It just kind of hit me, like, does anybody see the amazingness of this? Does anybody see the diversity of this? Have you seen how many different and unique and amazing animals are upon this planet? And do you know how much there is to explore? This is like profound, and it's kind of like in awe in a sense. And it's not just that time, it's in the past, when I wasn't doing so good, not just mentally or emotionally, literally physically ill as well, I would go out, I would go for a walk in the park, a walk in nature, and I would feel so much better. I explained in my video about uni a bit ago, about my kind of dark night of the soul experience, you could say. Well, during that, when I had points of depression and anger, I would just take myself out the house. I'd take myself for a walk, and I would feel so much better. I felt happier, I had a clearer state of mind, I just felt more together and organised and more myself, really. And I don't think a lot of people nowadays, especially this generation, they are so consumed by things that just don't matter. And I hope this doesn't come off in a rude way, but they're like on their phones all the time, scrolling social media for no reason. They get consumed and obsessed with drama and relationships and these fleeting things, and I'm just like, I just kind of look at them dumbfounded, because I'm like, really? You're on this beautiful, miraculous, amazing, wonderful, almost heavenly planet when you go out here and see this. Yet, this is what you focus on out of all the things to discover and try and explore on this amazing planet. Why do you waste your time focusing on that? And it's kind of like a frustration. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm better than them, but it's so much more fulfilling, going out in nature, being in nature and exploring these places. And it's worth it. I went to Scotland. It was way back. It was a 10-hour drive, but even for spending an hour there, I would do it again, because it's worth it. A lot of these people don't see the point of there, but that's because you haven't tried it. Like, well, I don't care about animals, I don't care about nature. Well, have you even tried to explore it? How can you speak about that? How can you say that? How can you know that when you haven't even tried to explore it? Oh, it's a lovely white butterfly. So I urge people just to go out and just explore nature, because it's so much more fulfilling and makes you so much more happier. Because I say, when I'm bored and I do one or two things, look at my goofy hair, Wind wants me to have curtains, but when I'm bored and I do one or two things, either scroll Instagram on my phone or read one of my new books I got from the library about the spiders or the birds. Reading them books about nature makes me feel so much better, so much more interesting and fun, and afterwards I feel like content, like I've accomplished something, like I've gained more knowledge, because I have gained more knowledge. And it makes time go faster, because I'm actually enjoying myself and I'm passionate about what I'm learning, whereas just scrolling on my phone, it's just the same old nonsense. It's just boring. It's designed, people know this, phones are designed to be addictive. There's part of me that really wishes I hadn't got kept more of a simpler phone, because obviously as a teenager it's normal nowadays, and I'd never get rid of my phone, because that's how I contact my friends, especially in other countries, like my lovely friends in Finland and Hungary and Italy, and obviously my friends here, the Woogies and the Moose Dogs, and all my lovely friends. And obviously it's how I also explore things and do research. I got a lot of my information and knowledge off YouTube about everything, far more than I ever did in school. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just how I choose. And obviously I use it I'm literally using it to talk about this, so I'm not trying to demonize it or demonize technology in any way, shape or form. It's just seeing that some things are better, some things are more positive than others, and this is most certainly more important than that. And another thing I want to touch on is just appreciating the earth, just literally saying thank you to the earth, and not just metaphorically, not just verbally, but literally try and give a thank you to the earth in some way, shape or form, because it's the very reason you even exist. Just try water a plant, just try these things. I used to be big into gardening, and I kind of stopped, but I want to get into that again, because that was very rewarding, like literally creating a living thing and helping it grow. Just try things like that. Go to the garden centre, get a plant you like, try and grow it. Try water the grass, or nurture the garden, or pick up litter. Just any kind of thing like that. It can really help your mental health, and it can just really help you get in touch with what's actually important, which is the earth and nature. And about pollution and things like that. Oh, there's a helicopter. I'll take a pause. About nature and the environment and pollution and things like that. I know a lot of people are like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? What you can do is you can take some sort of action, even if it's just a small action in any way, shape or form, to help the environment, help the earth. You can share the sentiment with people. You can show them like the amazingness of nature, and naturally they'll want to help it and protect it, because a lot of people who haven't spent time in nature, they don't understand it, and if they don't understand it, they don't understand the value of it. They don't understand the value of it, obviously they're not going to care about it or make any effort to protect it. But it's just a self-explanatory issue, because if we kill the earth, it kills us. So I know some people, especially in companies and governments, don't care about that. They only care about themselves. But everyday people, they can make a change. No, you don't need to try get into the government and try make all climate policies and things. You don't need to go and try start a environmental rebellion or something. Apologies, I heard the door slam. Thought I was living in a haunted house again, but it's just the wind. But yeah, you don't need to do anything extreme. even though I think there should be like protests about it and things. It's just simply making some sort of conscious effort to appreciate the earth. Maybe pick up litter, look into recycling, look into more things that are beneficial to the environment. I would say what we really need in this country is a better, more self-sustaining, environmentally friendly system, like and recycling and things like they have in. My friend in Finland was telling me what they do there, and it's really amazing things. And if a lot of the governments across the planet implemented that, we could make some serious progress on this issue. But I think it will be solved. I just hope it's solved before there's not enough damage, because animals are already going extinct all the time. They're being hurt, they're being injured, ecosystems, Amazon is being lost, and it's just a really tragic and unfortunate thing, which stems from human greed, which is kind of a funny thing, because what causes that greed? It's humanity. It's humanity itself. It's humanity's systems that causes that greed, that causes that poverty, that want to earn money because they refuse to distribute resources equally. I always thought resources should be distributed equally. I never agreed with the idea of money, the ridiculous idea that someone should starve just because they don't have enough money. It's not supposed to be like that at all. And people complain, what we meant to do? Well, it's your systems you have created which has caused this issue. The earth gives you everything, all resources, all food, completely free. It's humanity who tries to put a label on it and tries to limit it and sell it and all these things. So the core is really just fixing the system, which I think that will come, but it just takes some time. And I think I am optimistic about the future. I think the generation we have now is getting more and more aware of the environment and appreciation nature, and they're very creative, they're very innovative. I think they will create some amazing things, amazing inventions that will really be able to help the earth. And it is, as you know, an issue also caused by the past generation, the boomers, who basically, people always say, not all of them, but some of them, they basically took everything on the planet, and they just basically left future generations to rot in the destruction they caused, which you have to make up your own mind about that. But there is an aspect of definitely selfishness there. But as I said, these are all human issues caused by humans. The earth and nature is not the one making things like this. That brings me on to religion. A lot of the reasons things are like this and people do these things stems from belief and what they're told to do. Now, what I'm about to say, it's most definitely gonna annoy and offend a lot of religious people, but I really don't care, because I've had a hell of an experience with nature, with the animals. I know its importance and its impact, and I value it more than religion. by far. It's the closest thing I have to a religion. Like, I don't really worship God. Well, I don't worship God at all, but I do kind of worship Earth, nature, Gaia, Mother Earth, you could say. And I would say that is the true religion. Those are the best type of religions that humanity ever created. Because if nature is the true God, because it gives you everything for free, it doesn't command you to worship it or anything like that. It lets you live life as you want with everything you need. It doesn't go telling you, it doesn't limit you or oppress you. It doesn't tell you to start wars in its name. It just is, I think, the concept of what God was supposed to be. Guidance and assistance, not enforcement or worship. Apologies for that semi-interruption. My brother just got home. But as I was saying, yeah, in my opinion, nature, the earth, is the actual God, and I think human history would have been much better if we continued to abide by that instead. It just would have been far more positive to people and the earth. You know, the one thing I would say that the people of the past had over us was respecting and appreciating and helping nature and the earth, the animals. Like, they would be disgusted by what's happened to the earth. They would never have done that. They would never have let that happen. And it's kind of a real shame that those religions got demonized, like paganism. And I really don't know why, to be honest. I don't know what's bad about them. They say, well, obviously in the past, religions didn't like any other religions or multiple gods or anything. And they obviously thought, oh, you're worshipping the creation instead of the creator. But like, that's not the creator. The creator is not some bearded man in the sky at all. It's the earth, it's the planet that created all the nature and all the ecosystems and all the food and all the animals. That's what created humanity. If anything, we're its creation and religion is our creation, not the other way round. But yeah, it's a shame what happened to all of that, because I'd done lots of research, particularly in Britain, in old ancient Britain, the Celtic cultures, like, they used to worship nature and have these like nature gods and nature spirits, and it's just really fascinating. And it's a damn shame what happened with all of that, but I do think in some way, shape or form that can be revived, not as it was in the past, but in a new sort of modern form. And I think that's really important, and that's what I want to share with you today: the importance of nature and the earth. You know, it literally gives you everything you need for free. It gives you all the resources, it gives you everything you need. If anything's the father or the creator or the mother, then it's the earth. So people should really respect it and appreciate it and, you know, explore it, because it's completely amazing and profound. It's like it really is a miracle, this planet. And when you go out in nature, that is the real heaven. That is like being in heaven. And we need to try and be the angels of that heaven. We need to try and be stewards of the earth and appreciate and nurture and help the earth and animals and nature more, because once you go out into nature and explore this, you'll see the profound positive impact it has on your life, and you will realize its importance. So I urge all of you to just try and do them things, to try and explore them things, because it's where I think humanity needs to go. We won't get anywhere until we respect the planet we are on, its nature, its animals, the earth. We are from the earth, we are of the earth, and we need to give that a good name. You know, we don't want to be going out into the stars and our history being like, well, what did you do to that amazing planet which you came from? How did you appreciate and give thanks to it? Oh, well, we completely polluted it and destroyed it. No, would not be a good look for humanity, would it? So that is my message. This beautifulness, this is what really matters in life and to humanity, and I hope more people can learn that and see that and discover that and explore this profound, lovely world that we are all on and that we should appreciate and share together. So thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. Goodbye for now. You will.